So I'm out having a drink with a friend and he decides to ask me this question.
Okay, so say you're in a situation where you have to fight a horde of 100 angry ninja. Which fictional weapons would you use to survive the encounter?
Right now, I'm not even sure if we're still friends. And we definitely won't be once he realizes that I've turned this into a top 5 video. Listen guys, if you're used to having these relationship ending debates, then this is definitely the channel for you. If you're into geek inspired top 5s, movie reviews, tech test outs, game reviews, and you know, debates which will destroy your friend circle, then just hit that subscribe button and that bell notification down there and you can keep track of all of my regular uploads. Maybe we can be friends, because at this rate, I'm not gonna have any left. And just a general note for you guys, if you do find yourself in a heated debate, never bring up your opponent's hair loss. It's a very, very touchy and painful subject.
I hurt myself today.
You know, ninjas are crafty I mean, they're very, very slippery. And you know, if you're gonna face an army of 100 angry ninjas, well, you need to start thinking outside of that box. You need to think unconventional, which is why I've gone with my number 5. It's odd, but it's definitely effective. Dr. Octopus's mechanical arms. Straight out the box, that's 4 extra arms. I mean, just think about it. That's 4 extra opportunities to take out countless amounts of these pesky sword-wielding warriors, and all done with the greatest power of all, the power of thought. I mean, I don't even have to lift a finger. The arms do it all for me. Not to mention the fact that these things are fantastic to use to get around. And if you hold one fictional weapon in each one of these tentacles, then you're really bound to do some damage. And you can do it all with your arms folded. You know, your actual arms. Listen, if you're going to go up against a bunch of highly skilled assassins, you're definitely going to need a set of guns. And I mean, what better guns than Ebony and Ivory from the Devil May Cry series? I mean, all it takes is one glance at these ladies to realize that you're staring at a set of firearms on the cusp of perfection. I mean, I am besotted with these beauties. They're curvaceous, they're compact, they're slick, they're sexy, they come in a pair, and infinite ammo. You can say goodbye to awkward reloads, say goodbye to ducking in and out of cover to check your ammo supply, say goodbye to maintaining and cleaning your gun so it doesn't jam. You can just concentrate on filling that battlefield with shards of lead and bathing in the blood of your oppressors. Perfect. Sweet Ebony and Ivory. There will always be a place for you in my holsters, only 4 inches away from the only other firearm I love more than you two. My Okay, so let's talk long-ranged weapons. Listen, you're going to need a long-ranged weapon no matter who you're fighting. Whether you're fighting off 100 angry ninjas or 100 unsatisfied DC fans, believe me, you're gonna need one. And Oliver Queen, he's fought off his fair share of angry ninjas, so I'm pretty sure he'd agree with me on this one. So, you know, I figured I'd learn from this superhero's success and experience and pick for my number 3, Oliver Queen / Green Arrow's Bow and Trick Arrow collection. Now, let's get one thing straight. The bow is not the star of the show. That rhymes. But no, the bow is not the star of the show. It's the vast array of trick arrows Oliver Queen's got in that quiver. He has a trick arrow for every scenario. And that's what we need to be prepared for. Every scenario. Why? Because those ninjas are sneaky little buggers. See, there's one. And they tend to not mess around. And quite frankly, I really want all my bases covered. With Oliver Queen's trick arrow collection, you know, I'm feeling kind of confident. He's got arrows that tranquilize, arrows that stun, arrows that poison, arrows that explode, arrows that will steal data from a server. He's got arrows for every kind of scenario going. And you know, all you really need is a little bit of high ground, and one of those explosive arrows are bound to take out a few of those pesky little sword swingers. So, you know, I'm thinking I'm liking this choice. The ultimate weapon for protection when those bloody ninjas get in a little bit too close for comfort. Captain America's shield. Not only is it great protection against any attack any ninja can throw at me, It's also a very effective right off frisbee.
Language.
Sorry, Cap, but you know, I did bleep it. Okay, my bad. Anyway, if you're stupid enough to let your enemies get in close, then you may as well have a big old indestructible shield there to protect you. I mean, their swords are going to be useless against a chunk of adamantium / vibranium. You know, science is science. But if you don't fancy playing it safe, just feel free to throw it very hard at their necks. And at number 1, the number 1 weapon I would want at my disposal when fighting off a horde of 100 angry ninjas is the lightsaber. The ultimate weapon of choice. Elegant yet fearsome. Dangerous yet majestic. This is the only weapon I would be happy to use on absolutely anyone stupid enough to challenge me with one of these in my hands. In fact, I'll take off Doc Ock's mechanical arms, I'll put down Captain America's shield, I will hand you Oliver Queen's bow and trick arrows. Just come at me, bruh. All I need is a lightsaber. I don't need anything else. Listen, I don't know what it is, but there's something about the idea of wielding a lightsaber that just makes me feel untouchable. Bring it the on. I would take on 1,000 angry ninjas on the back of 1,000 hungry lions. I don't give a I have a lightsaber, you're all dead. And it doesn't need to be anything fancy. I don't need a double-bladed Darth Maul lightsaber. I don't need a Kylo Ren, you know, cross-guard lightsaber. I will take a classic, straight-up Ben Kenobi old-school saber, and I will hand you your ass. No problem. I will put my hood up, I will ignite my lightsaber, and I will cut through each and every one of you motherfuckers. And I'll look cool as doing it. Test me. Please. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Your very own friendship sinking top 5. Feel free to go down to the comments and put your list. I'd be really interested to know what you pick in terms of prep time, battlefield, and all of that stuff. I'll leave that up to you guys to argue out. But thank you very much for joining me. Feel free to subscribe and press that bell notification down there so you can keep up to date with all of my regular uploads. You've been fantastic. I'm Dane Gumas. Westlife.